Well, it should be interesting.
Anybody down there? You are, I'm just a realtor.
Oh dear. Today, I get to do something special. I go tour an almost 10,000 square foot abandoned Mediterranean mansion in the hills of Southern California. See, it's one thing to go tour a mansion that someone has staged and, well, the property's done and move-in ready. It's quite another to go to one that's been abandoned for the last few years. All right, let's go. Oh my gosh. Let's go check out this abandoned mansion. Wow. I feel like I'm driving up at a large hotel, except there's no valet staff here. There's not even a driveway. And I believe this is the front door. This door was probably $5,000 to $10,000 alone, and the lock cylinder is almost completely rusted out. As you walk in, the home immediately opens up to the insane and scenic view that this property has. Oh my gosh, this place is huge. Huge actually might be an understatement. This is a 6-bedroom, 6.5 bath, 9,934 square foot Mediterranean mansion. This is the kind of view you want to wake up to. Oh my God. But sadly, this is where things start falling apart, quite literally. Oh no, it's starting to mildew. Oh no. First, you have to get past the lion who's been forsaken, and then you start noticing some of this stuff. Wow. Oh, the whole place is starting to mildew. This place is falling apart. No way. Look, you've got the fire sprinklers in, yet you've got a ton of mildew coming through. This whole place is literally decaying. Oh, looks like rats have been moving in. Now, fortunately, mildew and rodents are both solvable issues and are just a sign that the place has been without a homeowner. It's almost weird to see a house of this magnitude basically start the process of, well, decaying. And this isn't like my typical 3-bedroom, 2-bath that you remove the mold, fix the problem, and then you turn it into a basic rental. This is an insane property with massive space, and look at the views. This is a massive mansion, almost 10 times the size of those houses. Now, next to the main family room and massive exterior patio space is the kitchen. Unfortunately, the same problem we saw in that family room is happening over here as well, but it's really sad to see this happening. Well, everybody, here's the luxurious kitchen with the massive island. Whoa, look at this stone. I mean, I'm usually not into custom stuff like this, but this is kind of cool. And it's hard to tell if this house has just been stripped of valuable things, like maybe the real wood door fronts that these cabinets had and light fixtures, or if this house was still under construction. Though this used trash drawer seems to give some clues. Somebody must have lived in this at some point, because this is evidence that somebody lived in here. Did somebody strip this? I wonder if this was built and then somebody lost it in foreclosure and took everything that they thought was expensive, like these interior doors, the faces of the cabinets. But golly, the place is falling apart. Now, even though the place feels like it's falling apart, the price has been reduced dramatically to appeal to somebody willing to handle the mold. It's currently listed for $2,179,000. Wonder what's behind the plywood. I'm guessing. Oh, this might be an elevator. Ooh, imagine what that looks like right now. Then we get to the main floor master. Oh dear, that's a problem. Oh my gosh. Now, if you just squint your eyes a little bit and ignore all of the mildew, or I guess you should at this point just call it straight up mold, you could kind of picture what should be a pretty beautiful and amazing master bath. And laundry. This was the laundry room. Whoa, this inside. Oh no. By the way, this master is also on the same level as the 6-car garage. Oh, cool, this is the garage. Wow, this is a nice garage. This is a 6-car garage. Think about the amount of Teslas you could charge in here. You could have your own Tesla supercharging network in your garage, which will be perfect for the Cybertruck. And in case you run out of room over here, there's another 2-car garage on the other side of the house with a 4-car driveway. I should probably start holding my breath around some of these parts. Whoa! You can hear me flick some light switches here, but obviously the house has no water, no electricity, no utilities, which is really sad because you could see all the detail that went into this house. You ever wonder what a broken dual pane window looks like? It looks like this. It still looks like a window. It's just missing the other side.
Now over back towards the entrance, there's a staircase where you could choose to go up or down. This house must have been spectacular when this was move-in ready.
Wow, wide jams, the doors are just totally gone. Okay, so you've got this upstairs master with this massive living space up here. And there's a downstairs and an upstairs.
Let's go see what's upstairs. Out here with this amazing dome-like structure, you've obviously got a pretty incredible view. But you could definitely see where the roof has been patched. I'm not sure if that patchwork is working. Sadly, I hate to say it, but this house might be best served with a new roof. It's just too nice to have it continue decaying like this. Which, if you're a member of my real estate investing course or the do-it-yourself property management and rental renovations course linked below, you know I'm not a big fan of redoing roofs. This one though, I think it might be time for that investment. I mean, heck, we even talked about things like that in our private 2-hour live stream yesterday. Now, when you go back inside, you kind of have to be careful here not to fall all the way down. And speaking of down, down is where we go next, and that's where things start becoming a little bit creepy. Now, ignoring some of the debris on the floor,
Lots of rat droppings.
one of the first things you notice when you get downstairs is basically what looks like an elevator chute with a ladder sticking out of it.
Whoa.
And when you look down, it's really dark and creepy. Now, I'll be daring myself to go down here later, but
I don't know if I want to go down that. That's scary.
for now though, let's go explore the bedrooms. So over to this side, you walk past some very large closets, and then you're in another master.
Wow, look at the ceiling.
Not only are the ceilings in the master epic, but take a look at the bathroom, the size of the shower, the size of the massive bathtub that you would have had with the columns and the architecture. Everything's professionally insulated, copper plumbing. I mean, really incredible property. Now, I thought the bathroom was really great, but what's really cool about this master is when you walk down the hall, you get another room and then another room off that other room. I'm wondering if this was sort of supposed to be a his and hers office. I wouldn't know because I don't live in a house this big.
So what is this? This is like a room off a room. This could be like, I guess, an office off the master, because you got sort of this room off the room, then you got this room off the room, then, which is off this hallway, which is off the master bathroom, which is off these two closets over here, which is off this presumably bedroom, which is off, the elevator. And then here's another bedroom.
Or maybe you could turn these into Airbnb suites. Heck, maybe you just turn the entire house into a vacation rental. Anyway, then you have 2 more bedrooms all the way on the other side of this floor, obviously with some amazing views. And that's not even to mention that despite this property being right on the edge of the hill, you have a pretty amazing looking pool and spa.
I feel like this was dug by that guy who's like in the forests, who digs all this stuff by hand.
And I know you have to use your imagination here because you're kind of just looking at a concrete hole on the edge of a cliff, but picture for a moment relaxing here with a Mai Tai and looking out at this incredible view. Also, if you prefer a spa, check this built-in spa out and look at all the jets you'd have. I don't think there'd be a shortage of jets in this spa. So now we get to the ladder to the abyss, and it's kind of freaky. I actually ended up leaving the house first to walk around the outside of the house just to see if I could look in any of the windows, but unfortunately, even the bottom floor of this house is way higher than the rest of the backyard. All I could see was a broken window and some broken access panels, which basically let you see the foundation of the house. So I decided to go back inside and see if I can muster up the courage to actually go downstairs.
Oh my God. Should we do it? It's time to do it.
I was not expecting to have to climb down a 20-foot ladder through an elevator chute to see the rest of this house.
What did I get myself into?
Anybody down there? You are, I'm just a realtor.
Hello?
By the way, I kind of recommend you take somebody with you if you do this.
Oh, wow. Hello? It's a bathroom right here. Oh, it's like somebody's been here and they broke the fire sprinkler.
It does almost make you wonder if somebody was using the leftover water in the fire sprinkler to take a shower. Overall though, the damage doesn't seem too terrible, especially for somebody savvy in construction.
Oh, this is creepy, man. This is like where people go missing. Wow.
I'll tell you though, the excavated basement was pretty awesome. Think about the extra storage.
I guess the only way to get down here is through an elevator. Lou? Realtor, Lou? Lou? Oh, there's another room over here. What? Hello, realtor.
I mean, you probably have an extra 2,000 square feet of bonus basement.
This is crazy. What?
It's almost as if every room downstairs has its own basement access.
Oh, man.
Downstairs, the bedrooms are a little bit on the smaller size, but everything is pretty decently sized nonetheless, and you still get an amazing view of the outside. I'm assuming there's no staircase to this level because the hillside sort of starts jutting out at you the lower you go. So in theory, this could be like a mother-in-law suite, or this could be an Airbnb, or this could be the guest rental unit.
This is the electric chair, see?
And heck, you could even all hop on the elevator and meet up on the deck at 5 p.m. for beers and parties.
Henry's here, we're leaving. Notice how I said we're. Okay, bye.
Now, I don't know about you, but this house is mesmerizing. I'm really liking this house, and I would love to wake up to this kind of view. Huge shout out, by the way, to Hank Mazzola from Keller Williams. If this house is something you're interested in, make sure to reach out to him. I've got the number and his email on screen now. I'd love to see him be able to sell this house. I'd love to see this house get renovated and turned around. And if you end up buying this house, make sure to hit me up so I could see how you end up going through this renovation. That is, of course, unless I buy this house. So let me know what you think about that down below. I do think it has potential, so make sure to hit up Hank. Maybe I should try to sell it to my best friend, and if you agree, smash that like button.
Hey, checking out this house. See if we can make some money, because after all, I like to make money.